We're tracking the tail end of the remnants of Tropical Depression Bill as it's pulling now into West Virginia. Tomorrow, another system rolls into our area, and that might spark more strong to severe thunderstorms. I'll have the latest track on all of it coming up for you.
A reminder tonight from Lexington firefighters, don't try driving through high water. And they want to put a stop to violence in Lexington. We'll take you to Duncan Park for a live look at a peace rally.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Thanks for watching WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. We're tracking strong storms moving through the bluegrass. What's left of Tropical Depression Bill could bring more heavy rain and possibly flooding. That's why today is a First Alert Severe Weather Day. We begin tonight with meteorologist Jim Caldwell tracking the rain on the First Alert Defender. Jim?
And it has been a very active day out there. Rounds of heavy rain associated right around the core of Bill, passing through central Kentucky a little bit earlier today. Now, most of it has pressed out of our area. Still a little bit lingering into parts of Magoffin, Perry, down into Laurel County, and even Pulaski County. Some light showers down there, but the core of that heavy rain just passed right over Lexington a little bit earlier on in the afternoon hours. So again, the bulk of the energy is now well off to our east. 24-hour rainfall estimates. Check out some of these. This just takes you back to yesterday around this same time, 24 hours ago, and we're talking anywhere between 2 and even 4 inches of rain. Again, these are rainfall estimates. You throw in a couple more days on this, and we're talking closer to 5-6 inches as far as some of those overall totals are concerned. So quite a bit of heavy rainfall concentrated in our area. Last remaining flood watch still holding on in a little corner of northeastern sections of Kentucky as that heavy rainmaker is getting out of town. But we've got another that comes our way for tomorrow. That's going to produce a potential for more high water, high winds, very small chance of hail, and even a smaller chance of any tornadic activity. But more severe thunderstorms could be coming our way tomorrow. That's why we're keeping our First Alert Severe Weather Day going all the way through your Sunday. We'll track it in here hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
The heavy winds and rain today brought down trees and even some power lines in Lexington. This tree came crashing down on Faulkner Road near Russell Cave Road this morning, taking a power line with it. Right now, Kentucky Utilities is reporting one outage in Lexington affecting close to 50 customers. With all the rain we're seeing, Lexington firefighters are reminding people not to drive through high water. April's storms brought heavy rain to many parts of the state, washing away some roads. And firefighters say they had to make many rescues back then. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is talking with firefighters now about how they're preparing for similar flooding and how you can stay safe. She continues our First Alert Weather Team coverage.
The Lexington Fire Department is preparing for the threat of flooding with equipment trailers loaded and boats ready for rescues. All things that got plenty of use back on April 3rd when firefighters made 16 water rescues.
It seemed as if the north side seemed to be the more problem areas, Russell Cave Road, Bryan Station, Newtown Pike, those were all Berea Road. I know we had an incident.
Officials with the Lexington Fire Department say while they do have the training and equipment to respond to those situations, they are hoping this round of rain does not create a repeat of back in April.
Even if you think your car can make it through, you don't know what you're driving into. That doesn't mean, even if you can see that it's not that deep, you don't know if the integrity of the roadway has been washed out underneath. And when you put your weight of your vehicle on there, it could end up giving way and washing your vehicle away. There were several roadways that got washed away back in April. And, you know, that's a big concern. But it also could be much deeper than you can tell. And you drive your car into it. You know, cars aren't designed to go in water, you know, more than a couple inches. So, and the water's so strong, it could easily move your car even if you don't think it could.
They say the best advice they can give for today is, if possible, just stay inside.
Do us a favor, and if you can stay out of the water, absolutely stay out of the water. Just be a good day to order a pizza and get a movie and stay home.
In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Viewers have been sending in pictures of the storm damage. This photo comes from Fran King Howard in Bourbon County. She says a tree fell and knocked down a power line on Clintonville Road. That road reopened just before 6. Jordan Smith tweeted this photo to our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey. It's a picture out of Rockcastle County. He says heavy winds caused the tree to split. You can always track severe weather even when you're away from your TV. Be sure to download the WKYT First Alert Defender radar app for your iPad or smartphone. The app can connect you to weather tools, including radar. You can also go to WKYT.com to look at the First Alert Defender and zoom into your neighborhood. The mother of a man murdered at a Lexington park is trying to make sure what happened to her family doesn't happen to others. Antonio Franklin Jr. died at Duncan Park in April last year. Tonight, members of the community are gathering there for the second annual Peace Walk in Franklin's name. Garrett Weimer's live in Duncan Park tonight, where the walk is just beginning. Garrett?
They walked the streets here last year, not long after Antonio Franklin was killed in this very park. And today, folks have turned out in a show of solidarity to stop the violence. Police say Antonio Franklin was an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire that April day at Duncan Park. His mother, Anita Franklin, says she wants to make sure his death was not in vain. So she's on a mission with what they're calling the Violence Intervention Project, taking to the streets to take them back from violence.
We show unity. I would suspect today that we will have police officers, we'll have people from the Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department, and people from the community. And that's what it takes. It takes togetherness. You know, when we show a force of togetherness, we show unity. No one can break that unity.
That walk will start here in Duncan Park in just a few minutes. It will wrap around downtown and then end around 8 o'clock right back here at Duncan Park. Live in Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Garrett, thank you. Organizers are asking anyone who can't make the walk to show their support by turning on their porch lights until the walk ends at 8. We're tracking a developing story out of Bullitt County. Shepherdsville police tell us several drivers spotted a body on the side of Interstate 65. Police say around 3 o'clock, several people reported seeing the body near the exit ramp going into a rest area near mile marker 112. Police found a Ford F-150 near the scene. They say they are now questioning a person of interest nearby. Fire investigators are trying to figure out what started a fire inside a Lexington home. They say the fire broke out inside a bedroom in a home on McLean Drive just after 9 this morning. The family, we're told, was at home and 2 people suffered some smoke inhalation. Firefighters did not have to take anyone to the hospital. A man in Lexington, investigators say may be connected to multiple robberies, is now in jail. Police arrested and charged Kenneth Andrews for 4 robberies in Lexington. They believe Andrews robbed a GameStop on New Circle Road in March and that he may also be connected to robberies at a Marathon, a Circle K, and a Shell station. Lexington police are still trying to figure out who stole thousands of dollars of jewelry from a jewelry store. Last night, 2 people walked into the Jared on Reynolds Road near the Fayette Mall. Police say the pair used a sledgehammer to bust open a display case full of jewelry, grabbed as much as they could, and then ran out of the back of the building. Officers called in a helicopter and special investigators to try and track down the men. Today's rainy weather didn't keep people from going to the first ever Bluegrass Senior Dog Rescue Barnyard Bash. There were Kentucky items and food for sale. There was also a silent auction, plus several dogs were up for adoption. All of the money raised will help the Bluegrass Senior Dog Rescue care for older dogs and help them find homes. The new nonprofit organization is dedicated to rescuing homeless and abandoned senior dogs from shelters and owners. Investigators are reviewing a manifesto that could give them a better picture of the man accused of shooting and killing 9 people at a South Carolina church Wednesday night. Officers arrested Dylan Roof in Shelby, North Carolina, about 245 miles from the shooting. Police are investigating it as a hate crime. Craig Boswell reports from Charleston.
All day in the blazing South Carolina sun, a steady stream of people lined the street outside Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston.
I know that the people of Charleston are coming together.
21-year-old Dylan Roof is charged with slaughtering 9 church parishioners during Bible study Wednesday. Cynthia Hurd was among the victims.
For this to take place, it's very senseless. All of them in there only wanted the betterment of all mankind.
The deadly shooting is being investigated as a hate crime. Authorities are now trying to confirm if a manifesto found on a website was written by Roof. Investigators say the 2,500-word racist rant is similar to what Roof told friends. The author says he chose Charleston because at one time it had the highest ratio of blacks to whites in the country. Among the 60 pictures on the site, photos of Roof holding a gun, sitting with slave-era mannequins, and burning the American flag.
As people paid their respects here Saturday, calls to remove the Confederate flag from the state capitol are growing louder.
We still have actual violence being committed through the way of domestic enemies and domestic terrorists under this flag.
Cleaning crews are working to get the Emmanuel AME Church ready for worship again. Church members say the oldest black church in the South will reopen its doors for Sunday morning services. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Charleston, South Carolina.
Roof is scheduled to be back in court in late October.